Hi, how's it going, guys? This is Muftar of GBFX, and this is another week. So let's just dive straight into it. So first for this week is USDCAD. You could see that on the bigger time frame. This is the weekly time frame. There was a triangle, more of a falling wedge pattern right here, and there was a breakout to the top side here. There was a breakout. After the breakout, there was a retest of the zone, and I think it tested at 61.8. After I tested at 61.8, it continued up. So this is like an extension of this move here. So it is safe to say this move is done because right now it gave us a double top at this level. So most of us know, most of my students, to be honest, know that the double top will retrace some particular amounts. So right now, this is a double top. So after the double top, it became range bound on the weekly. You know, staying in that range. So let me just clean this off. So right now, the pair gave us a double top earlier on. That was a pullback, a retracement of that pullback. It was almost 100%, but it wasn't 100%. And it didn't make a lower low also. So there are two things here: whether this was going to stall at the 61.8 level of this move, which you can see here. You can see here exactly at 61.8. And I use bigger time frames to block out the noise. I don't like analyzing so much candles on the smaller time frame. And this is a typical example of top-down analysis. That is what I'm doing. A typical example of top-down analysis. You see that as I start going from the bigger time frame, I come down to the smaller time frame. So this is the 61.8 level. So let's go to that 61.8 level. So now this is the daily. 61.8 level of this move. You see over here, it bounced off, making a lower low here. And if you watched an analysis last week when this was doing this, when it was doing, excuse me, when it was doing this, and I was doing this, you could see, you would tell that it was going to go up. I'm sure a lot of people will have shorted from here. But if you had to watch the analysis last week, I think I still have okay, let me just clean this off so we can have a look at it very well. This was what we did last week. This was last week. That it was going to, it gave us a flag last week. Some people have shorted, but around here we said that it was going to go up. So the bulls came in and it went up around this level. Now it has given us another double top at this level right here. So now it has given us another double top in this zone. So right now what we'll be watching for is, this has given us a good engulfing candle on the daily. So what you'll be watching out is for, if there will be a retest, it's going to see if the zone will get broken, or if the zone can, if there can be a higher high from this zone onwards. If that happens and it's able to break through this zone to the top side, then we could say this pair is going up, right? We could say it's going up, and it might even touch the trend line, the bigger monthly trend line, and could even break to the top side. But what we are hoping for right now, per my style of trading, is at a very good level that could mean sellers are going to come in. So I'll be waiting for a retest to fail here. If it fails, then we'll be looking for our perhaps this to the downside and possibly even break the trend line to the downside. Even break it to the downside and we continue. And this is not going to be a straight line. It's going to be something like this, this, and this. I just give you that long line to be able to allow you think about what might happen in the long run. I like the bigger time frames. It means more peak and less risk. That's why I trade the bigger time frames, and I get time to do other things also. So that's the USD card for short. So I'm just waiting for this level to hold for sellers to defend this level. If they are able to defend it very well, to be looking at a good downside. I'm sure some people are already short in, but I like it when the bigger boys are in the market and you follow them. So some people are short already, and that's fine. So you just have to be aware. If it breaks, get out of your losses. If it doesn't, you're in good profit and let it ride. That's the USD card. So check out the analysis for last week. You'd have some setups are still in play. It's basically the same pair from last week. All didn't play out. All they finished playing out. So I just want to put it out there again because the week passed. So let's go. That was a USD card. Let's look at the USD chef also. USD chef. Interesting. I've been waiting for this pair for like I think from here that should be around 3 weeks now or 4 for a month. So if you've been watching the analysis, you will see that even last week we said it was going to go up from this place, but buyers were going to come in. I have it here. No. So we said buyers were going to come in from around here to the top side. Right. And this level, it's why have I been watching that level for a long time? Because when you look at the weekly, you see that this is a wedge, right? A rising wedge over here, which got broken to the downside. It got broken to the downside. Can you see that? And it retested one, consolidated a little bit, and it's going back. And now this level right here is a good 61.8 level for this to fall from. So right now, this whole move, which is this, the same thing this way, and we should try and see something like this. If when this level holds, if and when it holds. Now, everybody has a different way of confirming their trades. I have mine, so I'll keep on waiting. Now it has gotten for a good level for me to sell from. I'm still waiting for a little retracement to the top side. I will wait for it to come to the top side a little bit before I short, because I want a good risk to reward ratio, and I'm waiting for further confirmation from my method. So right now I'm on the 4-hour. See, sorry if the line is too clumsy, but that's what we do, right? So this was in a range on the weekly, broke. Now it's at the major resistance level. So the major resistance level brought in the sellers over here. You see some sellers out here, and I would just want to wait for another retest. Let it come and see if it can go back to the top side a little bit. If it doesn't, if it becomes unsuccessful, then boom, we take it. If we take it, I want to be holding it to the downside. But if it breaks to the top side past this level, we should be getting out of the trade because it's a wrong trade. But all other things being equal, this should be a very good trade to the downside. We've waited for it for so long. All right. Some people are already shorting, and that's fine. Great. So that's USD chef. USD chef. That's USD chef. You could see. So we wait for a little bit of sell from this level. If you looked at it from last week, you see there were a lot of rejections, a lot of rejections. It came first, touched, sold, went back again, sold, went back again, sold, and this gave us the sell finally. So let's wait for a little bit of retracement to the top side before we see what's going to happen on this pair. Hopefully to be the downside. So you as the chef want to be shorting the euro pound. Let's go to the euro pound. Interesting. The euro pound found a bottom last week. Right, it found a bottom from the sorry. The euro pound found a bottom last week from the range. So earlier in the month, you see there was a double top right here, and the double top went to the retracement. It retraced that level, 61.8, and it found the bottom just at the 61.8 level. Found the bottom just right there. You see, just right there, 61.8 level, just right there. So now it's in a range bound on the 4 hour. It's range bound on the 4 hour, which also means it's on a retracement on the daily level. So this has come to the top side, and it has retraced. If we pull our fib from here, you will see that it's at a good retracement level for the daily move. This daily move right here, this one. So what I'm expecting right now, what you notice from my trading is I firstly get a bigger time frame view of where it might go to. So what I'm basically doing is I'm trying to identify the trend as per my method of trading. I'm a swing trader, so I like to be at the bottom of good moves, of moves on the higher time frame. So what I did is now I've identified this as a top move to the upside, and I'm not going to buy here because it's far gone. It's like 140 pips already to the top side. I'm not going to buy here because if I put my risk to reward, I'm not sure I can get enough. Let's say 180 is my reward. It's not worth it. So I wait for a good risk to reward ratio. So patiently, I'll wait for this to maybe form a double bottom, come back down, form a double bottom at this level here. If it forms a double bottom and the double bottom holds, we should be seeing this move to the top side. And that will give me a good, if I bought here, this will have given me this, let's say this is 100 pips stop loss. Give me 200, 220, 240, 240 pips. So my risk to reward is more than 1 to 2. So that's a good trade for me. So what I'll be doing is waiting for it to come to the downside and wait up. But if that level doesn't hold and it breaks, I should be exiting this trade to the downside because the trade is wrong. So I'll be closing my trade here. If it goes past the level that I'm looking at, I'll be wrong in that trade and I'll exit in my loss. And always calculate your position size. Always calculate it. Always calculate your position size. So when it breaks, I'm out. And if it continues downwards, if it breaks, it's surely going to continue downward because this is the level, the supply level the demand level in which it should be heading straight to. You see that is a very good level for it to head straight to. So hopefully we don't see that. Hopefully we see a retracement to the upside before it does the down thing, if it's going to do it. So that's what we are waiting for. So that's the euro pound, euro pound, euro sterling, as some people call it. Looks good. Let's just wait. Patience is key. Euro AUD, the Euro AUD too. If you have been watching from last week, you would see that last week I didn't see this. I couldn't see the wedge. After I reanalyzed it and I saw it. On the weekly daily time frame, you see it's doing an up move. I think it's giving us more of an ascending triangle earlier on because of these moves. They are all bouncing over the same level, this key level here. So successive higher highs, successive lower highs. Sorry, am I right? Great. So successive, the highs, the lows are getting higher, but the highs is the same thing basically. So I equated all this just to form the highs are the same. So there's a reason that this should go up. If we know what an ascending triangle is, we should know the kind of market behavior that portrays really. So last week, you see earlier on last week, if you had been following the analysis, you would see that this was the double bottom, and we saw it. We called it on the analysis, and hopefully it did go up. All of that things being equal. Now it hasn't finished getting to the retracement level. Let me go to the daily. You will see that I'm always mentioning retracement. As a swing trader that I am, that is what makes me money. So that's what I'm after. So you only do what makes you money, right? Great. So to the top side, pull back, continued. Now it's going to the top side again. What I want to break out from this analysis right now is to tell you that I have first of all identified the direction the bigger time frame to the top side. So everything I'm going to do on the smaller time frame, I should make sure should align to what is happening on the bigger time frame. That is why right here, although some people might sell, the intraday traders who see this as a good opportunity, but I'm not an intraday trader. I don't want 5 pips or 20 pips. I want 100 pips. So I would patiently wait for this to come to the downside, like I've marked there. So this is my level, the level I'm watching. I patiently wait for it to come to the downside. Then when this downside holds, I start buying from here. If it holds, I start buying. And that is me. Right? But alternatively, this pair might decide we are not in control of the market. So this pair might decide to just continue to the top side from here. That's fine. I won't do anything. But what I have done is I have formulated a view in my own head based on past price action that this thing might come to the downside. As when it does what I think it should do, that is when I'll take action. If it doesn't do it, I'm not going to take any action about it. Right. So down, up. That's what I'm looking at. But as when it breaks this level and breaks the triangle, I'm out. I'm totally out. So you need to identify a place where you are wrong, so as you know where to put your stop loss. If you can identify a place where you are wrong, you shouldn't trade. You should always know where you get out in loss and where you should get out in profit. If you don't know those, you should get out. Shouldn't trade at all, right? So that's it for me for Euro AUD. And the last one, the pound. The pound AUD, very interesting pair. Okay, let me just take this off for you guys. It looks clumsy. The pound AUD. So the pound AUD is on we are getting higher highs from this pair, higher highs and higher lows, lower lows and higher highs. No, higher highs and higher lows. Sorry, higher highs and higher highs and higher lows, guys. So this has informed me that this pair is in an upward trajectory already. So, but first of all, it has bounced off a retracement. That's a whole retracement. Sometimes you just need to block out the noise, not to tell you that this should tell you that this is just one move, right? So when that happens, usually there's another one, retracement to the upside, to the downside, sorry, of this move. And perhaps the last one should be up. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it just comes down, gives you a double top, and it's gone. But for now, this is what I'll be looking at. I'll be waiting for further confirmation for this pair. Like you said, you can see there was an engulfing candle just right here. And there's going to be a retest of this level. If it holds, we'll look for the downside to short. I'm looking to short this pair, to be honest. I'm looking to short. So let's go to the daily. See what's happening on the daily. So boom, boom, boom. I'm waiting for another one to the upside, something like this, to give me a good risk to reward ratio, because I wasn't looking at it last week, so I missed it. So I'm waiting for it to come to the top side, maybe around here. Wait for further confirmation around here. Then boom, to the downside. That's what I'm waiting for. That is what I'm waiting for, to be honest. If I have enough capital, like maybe $1 million, I might just short here, because this move wouldn't be anything. But because of where I know I am, I'm not going to do that. So I always try to wait for a good price to sell from. They say sell high, buy low, right? So this is my high for me. Stop loss above, take profit down here. This is a good risk to reward ratio. And that's it. That's basically my plan for the week, and I'm sharing with you guys. If you have any comments, just put it under the comment section. I will answer. If you find it useful, please share to your friends, and just subscribe and like the videos. I'll be posting on the Facebook page also. So yes, look for our Facebook page, OFGBFX. Look for the community also. We have a little community of traders now, and it's awesome. If you're already in community, big ups, and hopefully see you next week or the next video perhaps. All right, guys. Have a wonderful trading week, and bye bye.